Rahim, welcome back. It is exactly 8:53 a.m. and we're now going to be talking with founder of Social Intifada, and that, of course, is you, Khalid Vawda. We are going to be talking about two important issues. The one is the nominated Gaza film, which brings Hind Rajab's final plea, obviously, to life. And we're also going to be talking about World Keffiyeh Day. A very important day, and people might just think, well, it's just a day about donning the keffiyeh, but it's much, much more than just that. Assalamu alaikum to you, welcome, and over to you.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khair for having me.
Okay, shall we start with World Keffiyeh Day? I see you wherever and whenever I see you. You have, you never are without your keffiyeh, alhamdulillah for that, because to me it does signify a very, very strong message. But for people out there, other people, the importance of observing World Keffiyeh Day.
Keffiyeh it's symbolic. It's symbolic of the resistance. It's symbolic of the fight against the occupation. It's symbolic against injustice. It's symbolic against tyranny. And wearing it is not a fashion statement by any stretch of the imagination. It's a lot more than that. It carries a responsibility. It means if we're wearing the keffiyeh, we are in support of the people who are resisting this brutal occupation for more than 7 decades now, almost 8 decades. It means we are supporting every single man, woman, and child who has resisted, who has passed away during the course of these 7 decades, and that we are affirming the right of the people on the land to exist, and that we are going to support that right to exist, and we're going to support that right to resist by any means necessary.
Okay, and we do hope and pray, inshallah, that everybody dons their keffiyehs today to make that very, very strong statement. And in case you're wondering, how come I'm not wearing my keffiyeh? I couldn't find it this morning, scratched all over the place. So it might be in the wash. So I was quite put out by that, but the heart is in the right place, alhamdulillah.
There's a quick solution for you. Make sure you keep a spare.
Absolutely. Well, actually have to. I do have to. But Habib decided that he was going to use his one. He wouldn't give it to me, wouldn't part with it today. But anyway, my heart and spirit is with our brothers and sisters in Palestine. So let's talk about this day tomorrow, the the press briefing, the media invitation. Is it open only to the media, or is it open to the general public? And tell us more about it.
Tomorrow's press briefing, it's open only to the media. We will be outlining the series of films that we have lined up, the series of screenings that we have lined up in South Africa for the Voice of Hind Rajab film. We want to engage the press on this, explain a few of the items to them, help them understand what the film is about, help them understand how important this film is. More importantly, help them understand who Hind Rajab is, who Hind Rajab will remain, and what Hind Rajab symbolizes for each and every one of us, and the massive responsibility that they have as the media to be able to continue to tell Palestinian stories and to be able to share the narrative of the people on the ground who are enduring an ongoing genocide. There is no ceasefire. Palestinians are still being killed by the Israeli savages. There's crimes being committed against Palestinians in the West Bank. Israel's extended its genocide into the south of Lebanon, parts of which are looking like Gaza. So the media has a massive responsibility, and we feel that by them understanding the story of one little child, Hind is one child. There have been more than 20,000 children massacred in the last 2.5 years. Any other nation or anywhere else on the face of the earth, life would completely come to a halt. And we need to ask ourselves, why is there this double standard when it comes to children of a different skin color? Whereas one child, whether it be American, British, we don't want any child to be hurt anyway or harmed anyway. But Hind's story would have been just another statistic if it wasn't for the audio recording that was captured by the Palestinian Red Crescent Society. That's the paramedics she was on the line with during that ordeal that she went through for that entire day on that fateful day of the 29th of January 2024.
I've been hearing about the Hind Rajab story for a very, very long time, but I didn't realize just what powerful voices and action has been behind the scenes in the making of this movie. And we're talking Hollywood heavyweights. And over and above of that, and you'll share that information with us, is that the movie has been Oscar nominated. It's been nominated for so very many awards. And I kind of wonder that, having said that, with Hollywood big names behind this movie, are we going to get the traction that we require for this story to be seen and heard all around the globe?
Well, we hope so. It's been gathering a lot of positive response and feedback, and really emotional feedback from all of the screenings that they've had within the US and within European cities, major European cities, and now I think in Australia as well. There are screenings taking place concurrently with ours in South Africa. The public who've seen this have come out of there completely changed. This is crucially important, and the fact that you would know Hollywood is an industry that's been Zionist run for as long as it's been in existence. So the fact that you've got the establishment, people within the establishment in Hollywood, now starting to break away from that, or starting to see the truth and see the human stories and the human tragedy in Gaza and in Palestine for what it is, this in itself is a major achievement, because these people face massive financial repercussions. Not that, finances would affect them, because they're all quite in a healthy position, but they face discrimination. They would face losses of massive contracts, whether it's in the film industry, the fashion industry, whichever one of those they may be. And for them to speak out means that they are seeing things beyond. It's gone beyond the point of that they're just keeping quiet about it. It's resonating so deeply with them that they have to do something about it. And that's why when you've got people like Joaquin Phoenix and Brad Pitt and Jonathan Glazer, who's an Oscar-nominated Jewish director himself from the UK, who are behind this film, it adds a lot of weight to the story, because what happens then is it takes the story to different audiences. Joaquin Phoenix, you would remember at the Academy Awards, there was a short clip of him and Motaz, the lead actor in the film, with a warm embrace, and you could see the sincerity and the genuineness in Joaquin Phoenix when he embraced him. It was a story that resonated with all of them, and that's why when the film made its premiere at the Venice Film Festival, something unprecedented took place. Never before in the history of the Venice Film Festival has any film had a standing ovation of 23 minutes. This broke news every single media outlet last year when it happened. 23-minute standing ovation. And quite simply, my take from that was everybody in that room who stood up to applaud the film wanted to do more. That was their stage where they could do more and they could show their support. Not everybody can get out onto the streets. Not everybody can use their social media feeds, although they should. We challenge people on that. Not everybody can do as much as we all would like each other to do for the cause of Palestine. But within their industry, they made it clear that for 23 minutes, they're going to show support to the film, some louder than others. And you have other actors. I mean, not everybody could be a Susan Sarandon, who doesn't give two hoots about any financial contracts and whatever happens. So she's already won an Oscar. She's quite well off financially, and she is a celebrated actress for decades now within Hollywood. She's come out and spoken at rallies. She's spoken at marches. She's spoken at protests. And she's been very, very clear and vociferous in her support for the Palestinian people and against this ongoing genocide.
Khalid, you've been really hard at work for years on end, talking about and bringing awareness of the Palestinian struggle to us here in South Africa and undoubtedly abroad as well. How is it that you then, Social Intifada, has been honored to serve as the official South African partner, bringing the film to local audiences?
The intention initially was, so one of our very close Palestinian brothers here, a medical doctor who's in South Africa, put us in touch with the organization that's looking after Hind's mum. She's currently in Europe, Wissam. We had a discussion with her. We had a discussion with the organization. The initial intention was to host Wissam in South Africa, to honor her, to be able to give her a chance to see what South Africa feels about Hind, to be able to share in her pain and in her sorrow of losing her child, and to make it known to her that we are with her and we are with all of the Palestinian people who've undergone trials. It so happened that while we were in discussion, we had a chat about the film, and we were put in touch with the film producers. We had a few conversations early on in the year, and we had suggested to them, South Africa hasn't seen the film yet. It's important that South Africa does see the film. And talks continued from there. There were a few other organizations that had gotten in touch, and the producers had also screened the film at the Josie Film Festival. But this was during Ramadan, and we had mentioned to them, obviously after they'd made their booking, that you're not going to get a decent turnout for this. We could help with your marketing, and we could help with publicity for the film, and we know the lay of the land in South Africa. So for this period, we were requesting exclusive rights just so we could ensure that we get the film out to as many people as possible in South Africa. And it's been a very good working relation up until this point.
Alhamdulillah, and we do hope that people will be going out in their droves to view this very important film. It's not only a film; it really and truly documents the horrors of the hundreds of thousands of deaths, and as you mentioned early on, over 20,000 children that have been killed, massacred in Palestine. So those are 20,000 plus more Hind Rajabs that we are talking about. What are you hoping to share with us at the press briefing tomorrow? And tell us a little more about the screenings throughout South Africa.
So we've got our national charity partner who's come on board, Islamic Relief. They'll be present at the press briefing tomorrow. We'd be talking a little bit about the film. We'd be explaining to the media about who Hind Rajab was. We'd be explaining to the media about the national tour that we've got taking place starting this coming weekend, and the screenings that are taking place in Johannesburg, Durban, and Cape Town. We've also, obviously, we'll have an open Q&A session with the media in attendance. So the films kick off this weekend in Johannesburg, this coming weekend. The public screenings take place on Saturday, the 16th, at the Glen, New Metro, the Glen. That one's sold out. On Sunday, the screening's taking place at 2 o'clock at Clearwater Mall, New Metro. That one's also sold out. So we've had to add on another screening, which is at 11 a.m. at Clearwater Mall. That one is busy selling out. So I would urge people in Johannesburg to get their tickets very quickly. We then move to Durban for a public screening on Wednesday, the 20th. That one's also selling out. There's still a few seats left. And then we move to Cape Town on Saturday, the 23rd at Canal Walk, which is sold out. Sunday, the 24th at Islamia College, which is also sold out. We will finalize a new venue today and another screening for Cape Town. So watch our socials today. Cape Town, inshallah, we'll be having another screening coming up for Cape Town because there's been an overwhelming demand and request for additional screenings.
Subhanallah to all of that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your efforts. And we do know that, it will truly gain momentum, and you're going to have to put on a whole lot more screenings in South Africa, inshallah. Go well, may Allah accept from you. Till the next time, as always, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. We look forward to seeing the Salam Media team tomorrow.
Inshallah, Amin. I won't make it. I'll be getting ready to go on air, but I'm sure the rest of the team will be there, inshallah. Go well.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
It is exactly 7 after 9 o'clock, and I'd like to remind you that this hour of News and Views is brought to you by African Muslims agencies. And in this hour as well, we will be taking a listen to the Fired Up series by Hafiz Imran Chunara, who is a personal excellence mentor and also CEO of African Muslims agencies. And he is going to be asking the question, or rather, he's going to suggest that money doesn't make you happy. Not to be missed. So do make sure that you tune into that a little later on in the show. 8 after 9 o'clock, let's listen to what the marketplace has to say to us. And then we will be back with our following interviews for the morning, inshallah.